Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 552. Live. Welcome into TAW Wrestling tonight. We're kicking off the road to our next big SPV for 2024. Already have the logo ready to go. Arena is underway in construct. And of course, logo, by the way, credits to Team Joe Link. Another fantastic logo for our next SPV. I'm going to post that later on Discord, actually. So keep your eyes on Discord. And I'll unveil the new logo for our next stream preview. But it is going to be called TWA Steel City. And as you can imagine, each and every matchup during that stream preview is going to be inside of either a steel cage, a lockdown, a Hell in a Cell, 15 minutes of Iron Hell. You never know what's going to happen, but it'll all be inside 4 sides or more of steel, because we also have chamber matches. So lots can happen, but it's going to be fun building to that stream preview. There's going to be a lot going on. Tonight we have 9 matches on the card, 7 of them happen to be championship matches. Now, some of them are junior championship matches, but champions will be tested. We have the 2 Pure Wrestling champions defending their titles this evening, Jade Cargill, and of course, the mighty Poindexter. Although we were calling him the Phenom not long ago. I still like the Phenom Poindexter. I don't know, he still calls himself the Professor, but I think we need to see if he's willing to change that, because he's more of a Phenom, really. Think of the things he's accomplished since inking a contract many moons ago. Came in as one of the smallest guys, if not the smallest guy on the roster, and was immediately taking on guys 2-3 times his size, not just winning matches, but winning championships. So it's very interesting. He's a lot more jacked these days than he used to be, but of course he went under some tutelage and training with John Moxley, and it's weird how the whole MIT Wrestling and the Wolfpack, that whole thing was kind of weird, right? Because you know, we all know that in addition to learning from Ephraim O'Malley, then there was John Moxley. They all worked together, almost harmoniously. And then all of a sudden it just blew up. It exploded. It was worse than the Mega Powers exploding, if you will. But lots going on tonight. Again, champions will be tested. Junior championships on the line. We, of course, have our men's and women's divisions Battle Royal championships up for grabs tonight. So both Melissa Archer and Braun Strowman will be defending their titles tonight in 8-man or Vixen Battle Royals, respectively. So lots going on. We got dirt sheets. There's lots to talk about. Let's face it, WrestleMania's around the corner. We got The Rock and Roman Reigns joining forces to discuss. All kinds of things to talk about. Before we get into it, though, I will open up my dashboard. Don't know what Glenola's doing. I don't know if he's working or at home. He could sneak up on me at any time. Oh, I'm listening to myself. That means volume must be turned down. There we go. And there we go. Froggy Moth Legs, I see you. What's going on, Froggy Moth Legs? What's Froggy Moth Legs up to? Froggy Moth Legs, Team Froggy Moth Legs. Of course, the team behind the Professor Poindexter. By the way, Froggy, what do you think of a name change from the Professor to the Phenom? Coincidentally, seeing how you're in the chat room. Smallest guy by far, yeah, absolutely. Exile Jack is in the house. What's going on, Exile Jack? I see you in there, Jack. It's new and exciting. I didn't realize you changed. Did you also get a new Discord?
No. Same Discord.
Okay, because there's somebody else by the name of Jack that sent me a request on Discord, and I was like, wait a minute, is that Jack fucking with me? So I thought I better, because, that's what I'm going to have to do to you if it's you. If I find out it's you, I will fucking ban you. Luke, that's not funny.
Wow.
That is not funny, Luke. We heard what you just did. If it's not bad enough that you belch all the time, now you're relieving your bowels. You think it was Jack? It might have been Jack. Okay, was that Jack too? Was that Jack too? The infamous snoring and belching master, Luke the Gooner. By the way, Team Arsenal in action tonight, Luke the Gooner. What do you have to say about that? I'm not going to tell you who they're facing. You're going to have to wait and find it like everybody else. The best, they have been phenomenal, actually. No pun intended to the Phenom Poindexter. Or at least that's what I want to call him. Because he is truly a phenom.
We are the greatest team in the Archiverse history.
The greatest team in Archiverse history.
And we've already been formed a couple of months.
That is true. You guys are still a fairly new faction. Leo the King! I see you. What's going on, Leo the King? What's new and exciting? But anyway, so, lots to discuss. As a wise man once said, or stated maybe, questioned, maybe more accurate, what do you want to talk about, guys? What shall we talk about? Before we get into the dirt sheets, what do you guys want to discuss? What do you want to talk about? Isn't Joe Lincoln called the Phenom? He is called the Phenom. That's true, Froggy. But anyways, yeah, I wasn't...
I was watching a video tonight, right, and I actually didn't know that FTR were in WWE called The Reveal. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was them.
You didn't know that was them?
I didn't know that was FTR.
That whole segment with R-Truth was hilarious. You know what, though? I mean, as much as I love the comic relief from R-Truth, I would really like to see that guy get a push before he ends up hanging them up. If there's anybody that deserves a push, it's R-Truth. Like, without a shadow of it. That guy's still performing at the top of his game at 51. At least I think he's 51. Yeah, he does. He's still performing acrobatic maneuvers, everything. Like, it's amazing. He's very entertaining. He always has been. And he's on top of that, he's also a really good wrestler, which I think probably we don't talk about enough. Like, when we talk about great wrestlers or greatest wrestlers of all time, there's a guy that's off the radar right there. Ron Killings is a very good wrestler, as well as entertainer. He's got so much to his repertoire, it's crazy. And I always thought he was very underrated.
Ron Killings is quite good.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely. Oh, his TNA, the body of work in TNA was amazing. I was so glad they made him world champion over there. And I could be wrong, but has Ron Killings not also been the NWA champion at one point or another? I feel like he has been. Yeah, I feel like he has been. So, I mean, he deserves a push. I'm not saying put the WWE title on him or the World Championship at this point, but, you know, let him have a run, a good, decent run with the IC or the US title. I don't know.
He is fucking hilarious.
He's what? Yo, Titan G! I see you, Titan. Public Enemy is sneaking into the house here. We've got to keep eyes in the back of our head. You can't trust those guys. They are fiendish. Sometimes I think they're related to Glenola. Hanging out with the Glenalians over at the Glenolaverse. But anyways, so what role do you guys think CM Punk plays at WrestleMania? Anybody have... What were you going to say?
Probably commentary.
You think yeah, but do you think he's going to get himself involved? Because here's the thing. CM Punk was supposed to be in a match for the world title with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. That's not happening because of the injury. Now Seth Rollins is injured. Coincidentally, right? Seth actually made fun of him for being injured. He got injured himself. But anyways... Who's to say CM Punk doesn't interfere or cost Seth the match?
I mean, you think they do?
It could happen, right? And he could still redeem himself later after losing that match by helping Cody Rhodes in the main event at WrestleMania. Which, there's another thing, guys. What are your thoughts on Cody Rhodes? Does he finish his story at WrestleMania? Because here's my thing, and I've been saying it for a long time now. The story doesn't necessarily have to be finished at WrestleMania. Does everybody want it there? Yes. They want the story finished. They're in a rush. Even though they all complain about lack of longevity in storylines, they want the story to end. But here's the other thing, is they're trying very hard to move on to a new era. They're trying to bury Hogan a little further. They're like, 200 days away from beating Hogan and making Roman Reigns the longest champion of the modern era. I just don't know. There's a lot of things that could play out. Cody Rhodes somehow win the match, but not win the title, which sets up that story continues. You know, he still looks good at WrestleMania after they tried to make him look like a joke. right, at the press conference, that whole reenactment of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, you know, I'll be honest, I did. I thought that was stupid. I did. I thought the whole. I enjoyed the microphone, but the whole slapping of Cody Rhodes was just like, oh come on, that's cheesy as hell. But
again, it's entertainment.
The Rock turning heel though is great for business. I don't care what anybody says. Kevin Nash just said it, because we always credit people like Randy Orton, right? But The Rock, when he was a heel, he was probably, if not the best, one of the best heels ever. That guy.
He was fucking great as a heel.
Well, it's not just that. It's his charismatic way. Like, he's so charismatic. He knows what an audience wants. He can walk in as a face. Crowd cheered him. Rocky, Rocky. 3 minutes later, he can have you booing him. He's done it many a times. Look at
I remember when the Rock
Toronto,
was the corporate champ.
WrestleMania 18. Rock Hogan, right? Look how fast he turned the audience that night. I mean, it was a crazy night. And I was there that night. I know what it felt like to be there. The electricity in the room with The Rock and Hogan.
You were there for the Rock and Hogan.
Yeah, I was also there, except for it was a different building.
What was that atmosphere like?
The atmosphere was absolutely electric. Absolutely electric. Hmm?
Was it even you were almost there?
Almost what?
You said you were almost there.
No, I was going to say I was also, but you interrupted me. How dare you, by the way? That is ghastly, sir. We don't interrupt people when they're speaking. I mean, how do you know secretly I'm not, I don't know, the Prince of England? I could be the, don't you laugh at me. How dare you? I could be the illegitimate child of King Charles and just nobody knows yet. Laugh at me. How dare you? My wife is laughing. What are you laughing at back there? Nobody asked for any commenting from the peanut gallery. Are you gonna live? I got her laughing so hard she's choking back there. But anyways, yeah, how dare you cut me off? Absolutely ghastly, dude. Not appreciated. No, I'm just kidding. I was going to say I was also at WrestleMania 6, Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan. That was at the Sky Dome. Or, well, it was called the Sky Dome then. It is not now. Like anything else, they changed names. Same building, changed names. We all still call it the Sky Dome. We do not give two shits. But anyways, absolutely electric. And I don't know if it could ever be topped, because it is Hulk Hogan, you know, and The Rock, the People's Champ. You know, the Immortal Hulk Hogan, the Hulkster, Hulkamania running wild. The most electrifying man in sports entertainment history. The People's Champ, the Brahma Bull. Mano-y-mano, one-on-one. I'll tell you, I don't even know if you could definitively tell who they were cheering louder for, because it was just very, very loud. The decibel level in that arena was unimaginable, unless you're actually there to experience it. So, but he's so good. He's so good at being a heel, and I think, not that they had much of a choice, they sort of backed themselves into a corner, which they've been doing for a while anyways, right? Because Roman Reigns has been champion now for going on 4 years. So, no, really, they've backed themselves in the corner. They got to have the right scenario, the right person, the right story. It has to be done right, or the whole thing was for nothing, right? And the other thing...
Imagine if he got injured at
oh my God, that would be funny. Well, it wouldn't be funny that they got injured, but it would be funny because it would just be one more negative thing to happen either prior to or at WrestleMania. But we've already...
It'd be absolutely fucking devastating if he was getting...
Yeah, I mean, we already got an injured Seth Rollins wrestling. CM Punk cannot wrestle. You know, there's been other injuries. There's other things going on. I really hope LA Knight wins the Elimination Chamber. I do. I want to see LA Knight get a shot against Seth Rollins. Whether or not, either way, like I said earlier, the one thing that's been on my mind is, does CM Punk interject himself and interfere in that match? They were going to blows on the microphone prior to CM Punk's injury. You know, they were definitely going to wrestle for the world title at WrestleMania, probably night one main event. That's what I was just talking about, Luke. What, are you listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth, or are you just kind of hearing me and think, okay, he's talking, I'll catch the VOD later. I'll just pretend I'm listening. I'm going to nod and say, yeah, every once in a while. And then go, hey, so what did you say?
How the fuck is he going to do out of it?
Well, easy. He gets up and interferes somehow. Pulls the referee out of the ring, gets up on the side of the ring, and catches and distracts Seth Rollins. I mean, there's a lot of things he could do.
He's not going to do that. He's going to be a face CM Punk when he comes back.
Yeah, I mean, I've wondered, does CM Punk keep that story going? Because even if Seth loses the title, he can still have a run with Seth Rollins.
Well,
you know,
CM Punk's going to be feuding with Drew McIntyre. I've already told you this.
You think CM Punk's going to feud with Drew McIntyre?
Yeah.
That's a possibility too, but I mean, the story with Seth Rollins is a little more.
But
it's fresher. Because he hasn't really had too many dealings with Drew McIntyre as opposed to Seth Rollins. Their history's a little bit different. So it makes more sense to settle the score between Punk and Rollins. Hey, what's going on, boss? Welcome in. Boss Apollo sneaking in.
Yeah, plus I don't think the storyline with Punk and McIntyre match up right now.
No, I don't think so either. It could happen eventually.
I think LA Knight's going to lose the Chamber, and they're going to be LA Knight versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
You think it'll be AJ?
I'd like to see CM Punk versus LA Knight.
I mean, at least LA Knight is probably going to be on the WrestleMania card.
Yeah, I think it's going to be LA Knight versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
Sorry, say that again.
I think LA Knight's going to lose. I think he's going to lose the Chamber because AJ Styles going to do something, and they're going to be LA Knight versus AJ Styles at WrestleMania.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think Boss could be honest with it.
Because LA Knight already cost AJ Styles a match for the Chamber. So I think he's going to want revenge. I think it'll be AJ Styles versus LA Knight at WrestleMania.
That could definitely happen. Where does Randy Orton fit into all this? You know?
Randy Orton's like kind of like a wild card.
I mean, if LA Knight doesn't face Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre doesn't face Seth Rollins, will it be Randy Orton? Does Randy Orton win the Chamber?
I want to pick Randy Orton, but I want to pick him to win. But I don't know. But I think you gotta add up. So I'm thinking Drew's gonna win the Chamber. That's what I'm thinking. Cause I don't really see the storyline between Randy Orton and Seth Rollins at the moment. So I think it'll be between Drew McIntyre or LA Knight. But I'm picking Drew McIntyre for the Chamber.
Yeah. That's definitely a possibility.
So I think the storyline gotta make sense. So basically, McIntyre and LA, I mean, that's LA Knight.
Life is great, I see you.
Already, so the story gotta make sense to me before you be a good match at WrestleMania.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's going to be interesting. Here's another question. Do you guys think Rhea Ripley walks out champion still? Or do you... who is she fighting actually? Because initially I thought it was.
It hasn't been confirmed yet. It's the Elimination
Chamber. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because initially I thought it might be Bayley. But that's not happening.
No, Bailey's
So-
fighting the US guy.
Yeah, she is, yeah.
I think it should be Tiffany Scragg.
And I don't know, and that guy's right there to make sense to me.
But very, very
Life says, hey Archer, I wrote a paragraph a minute ago. Okay, I see it. Hey, I don't have headphones at the moment, so I have you up, but very, very quietly as I'm in public and don't want to be that guy. Froggy, isn't that right? We're weary about name changes around here. There's another Jack who just popped into the server, but it's not our exalted one. No.
Just fight with the Raw Shander and then fight with the referee.
Are we talking about Exile, Jack?
McIntyre's going to win, right? And McIntyre's going to beat Seth McMahon with the world title. CM Punk's going to win it off McIntyre.
I mean, honestly, I'd be okay if Drew McIntyre won the title because, in my opinion, he should have been one of the people considered to have that historic run. I think he did.
Consolation prize, not about.
He did just as much to carry the company on his back during the COVID era as Roman Reigns did.
Yeah, he did.
Superstar.
I agree.
You know, and I actually, at the time, I thought Drew was the better champion.
I agree too. I think he was too.
But then they wanted Bobby Lashley to hold the championship, so they just decided to throw a swerve ball at everybody. Had McIntyre drop the title, and off they went. But
And I think during that time, I didn't agree when they put the title on Goldberg. I didn't agree with that time.
I just think Drew deserves a championship run, but a good run. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Also, there's another thing. We were talking about how they backed themselves into a corner with the whole Roman Reigns situation because he's held that title a very long time now. They got to be very careful how they take that title off him now, or it just ruins the entire thing. Here's the other thing. Not only do they have to make sure they drop it the correct way, they cannot now play hot potato with that title because they've put such a prestige and legacy behind it. That specific championship can now not be hot potatoed anymore, or you devalue everything that they've been shoving down our throats. Right?
Yeah.
So, now that said, I believe Cody Rhodes is a guy that could hold the title for at least a year. You know? He doesn't have the same capability as Roman Reigns does to hold. Listen, like, we can say what we want about Roman Reigns, like, because in the beginning I didn't like him either. I was always a Rollins fan. I was never an Ambrose, and I was really never a Reigns fan. But he came a long way in a short amount of time, especially when he became a heel. Like, his body of work is unmatched right now. You know, yeah, he's not wrestling all the time, but that's a good thing because when he is around, after we're done complaining that he's not around, he can put on top, notch matches each and every time. You know, he's...
I think he'll finish his story, but I don't think he'll be at WrestleMania.
To see a complete list of champions.
I think he's just on another level. I know they actually keep saying that anyways, right? That's kind of his motto now. He's on another level. But here's the thing, though. Right now, he kind of is. You know? Again, in your minds right now, who could you see holding that title for, say, another 3 years?
I fucking remember when everyone hated Roman Reigns.
You said what?
Somebody, the closest person would be, and that same level was Roman Reigns. I would have to say, nope, I don't see nobody telling the truth.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody else holding it for longer than he is.
Yeah,
No.
I don't see nobody at the moment. Like,
It'll be a long time before that happens. It'll be a long time before that happens again. But they do need to, when Roman Reigns is finally stripped of that title by whomever does it, they got to make sure that person gets a solid run. Or again, what was the point? You cannot just dethrone a champion that was champion for near 4 years and then play hot potato with that title. Because you've just destroyed that title at that point. All the prestige, the value you built is now just tanked because you decided that it's time for hot potato again. But again, I don't even know anybody right now that, other than there may be a couple of people that should be dethroning Roman Reigns.
I don't know, but I think if they take the title off him, they should do it. They should do like a good. They should do it at a good rate, at a good storyline. Like if Cody Rhodes take the title and turn his story, because basically they have the whole thing but turn his story.
Yeah.
I think it should be like after he beat the Reigns. After he beat. Well, hold on, he not beat the Reigns already, did he?
Froggy says, I'd buy Charlotte with a multi-year run. I'm surprised that hasn't happened. But, I mean, they're too busy trying to get her to break her father's record anyway, so that probably won't happen. At least not immediately, if ever.
See, I thought John Cena was going to break the record.
Yeah, clearly he's not going to, no. Yeah.
Ric Flair wanted John Cena to break the record.
I wonder if they're going to have Gunther eventually drop that IC title, or if they push him to, say, next WrestleMania and have an IC champion challenge a world champion for the first time since WrestleMania 6.
Now, that'd be a good one, too.
You know, it could happen.
Depends who you like, really. I wouldn't want to see a Charlotte run as a champion.
I mean, he's already been champion for well over a year.
Who else?
He's Gunther.
Oh, Gunther should be challenging for the main title. Now,
Well, that's what I mean. It'd be cool to see the IC champion challenge the world champion. You know?
I think Roman's going to lose to Cody Rhodes. And I'll tell you why he's going to lose to Cody Rhodes.
Tell us.
I think
Enlighten
Roman's
us.
going to have a big, long, deserved break after fucking WrestleMania. So,
Yeah. I'm just unconvinced.
I don't know, like, I don't know.
Roman's going to lose. Cody Rhodes got fucked up. Let me finish. Cody Rhodes got fucked over in that first match against Robert Reigns.
Oh, he sure did.
Just going to win it. He was literally going to win it, and then they interfered.
It just seems weird to me. It seems weird to me that The Rock would come in. You know, initially they were going to change WrestleMania plans, but it got changed back. Now he has sided with the Bloodline, and he has turned heel. It would feel weird that in that short amount of time, after that happening, to just suddenly Roman losing.
But why would you win two back-to-back Rumbles, right? Just to lose twice at WrestleMania.
Well, why would you win back-to-back Royal Rumbles and then tell everybody you're not going to face them at WrestleMania? Why would you win 2 Royal Rumbles and then say you're not going to challenge him at WrestleMania?
I don't know. It's fucking bad light, that.
Yeah. Because the fact is...
Cody's going to do it. I've been believing this.
Cody wasn't supposed to face him at WrestleMania this year.
Nope,
And then they changed it back, right? So... And again, we're 200 days...
They were too.
We're 200 days from Roman Reigns beating Hogan. Even Kevin Nash says, you know, who says they don't drag it out until September? The story does not have to finish at WrestleMania. We just all want it to happen at WrestleMania. The story is, Cody wins the title his dad never got a chance to hold. Nobody in his family got to hold. It's not Dusty Rhodes didn't win a championship at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Again, we all want it at WrestleMania. We would all be happy as hell if Cody Rhodes won that title at WrestleMania. But realistically, is it going to happen? We're going to continue this conversation, but ladies and gentlemen, 9 matches, 7 championships on the line tonight. We got junior titles, we've got champions being tested, we got a fire night of in-ring action. Let's get the show on the go. TAW Wrestling episode number 2 here on TAV or TWA's episode number 552 tonight, ladies and gentlemen. First match of the evening, our tone center of the night, a tornado tag team matchup between Team Arsenal, the Gooner Luke Ballmer from Team Luke the Gooner 94. We got Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay taking on LDF. It is going to be a sensational matchup. 6 men. Tornado tag team. That means all 6 men in the ring at the same time. It is a traditional tornado tag team matchup, however. So one fall wins it all. Question is, who's it going to be? LDF? Or is it going to be Team Arsenal? Luke the Gooner is going to tell you. I was just going to say, Luke the Gooner is going to tell you or try to sell to you they're the very best new faction in TAW or TWA, and they will squash LDF. We all know LDF has surprised us in the past. They've defeated the Coalition in the past. They have defeated Demolition. They've won at times. We thought they were going to get walked all over like amateurs. So what does happen? Does Team Arsenal continue to rise to the top of the food chain? They've already been tag team champions. The Gooner has been a world and Grand Prix champion. There's definitely a lot of talent, a lot of gold between Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, and the Gooner. Definitely more than LDF has ever held. That we can say. But LDF, phenomenal wrestlers. Phenomenal wrestlers. This one's a tough one for me. I'd like to see Team Arsenal win, but LDF definitely dark horses, I think, when it comes to the factions in the tag team division. Froggy says, just had a thought. Should one of the lotto numbers always be the show number? It'll change every show, but it'd be a nice way to tie the lotto and show again. That's not a terrible idea. That is not a terrible idea. I already picked tonight's numbers. For now, at least. But I did change. I don't know if everybody saw the Discord message, but the way it works now is you have to come within 10 points of the actual number, not 50. We're going to make it a little more difficult. I mean, Glenola, Strife, and Jack have way too many redemptions. Those guys could shut down TWA if they wanted. It is disgusting. So we're making it a little more difficult. And if you guys would stop letting them win these things, it is in there. It is in there. I mean, we all know you still, we know you at least have a world title redemption that you're holding on to. We know this. So don't you lie to us, sir. We do not like to listen to lies. It is disgusting and ghastly.
Don't have to rely on us to remember laugh.
But anyways, that's not funny, Luke. But anyways, at least you're not yawning. Belching's a little more interesting, at least. At least we can laugh at that from time to time. Yawning is just like, are we boring you? Do we need to wake you up? Do you need smelling salts? But anyways, but what do you guys think? Jack, what do you think? Team Arsenal or LDF? Froggy, Leo, Boss, what do you guys think? Life? Is it going to be Team Arsenal? What are you saying?
I don't care for Team Arsenal. So
you're going with Team Arsenal?
I'm going with the team I'm going with the team everybody don't pick.
Oh, you're going with LDF?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I personally, I'm going to side with Team Arsenal here. They've been on a tear. All three have been on a tear. You know, Luke, I'm surprised you guys have not acquired Nick Aldis. He's just been kind of kicking around, watching Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay get chosen for Team Arsenal, and he's lonely and sad. He's getting angry about it. He wants to kick somebody's ass.
I don't think there's anything more done since he is.
Is there what? Nick Aldis has already been inked to a contract. Nick Aldis was, yeah, he was a member of the Coalition for a short spell. JC didn't like him. Tossed his ass out. Not my fault. You can't control JC. Nobody has claim rights to Nick Aldis. But when I was looking at the event card earlier, I was looking at Will Ospreay, I was looking at Kenny Omega, the Gooner, and I thought, man, I'm surprised they've never picked up Aldis.
Oh, yeah, he does. He's fucking married to Mickey James, isn't he? He's looking bastard.
He is married to Mickey James too, not to mention. Oh, I see what it is. You don't want Nick Aldis because then, you know, I understand now. Because you got the Shrine and you're in love with Mickey James and you think Nick's going to get in the way. You think Aldis is just a problem for you. Gets in the way. But anyways, here we go. First match of the night. It is... I'm sorry. Got to bug you about the Shrine every single time. It's just something that we have to do. Every stream. But here we go. Tornado Tag Team action. One fall wins it all. It is Team Arsenal versus LDF. But anyways, now back to the WrestleMania conversation. Does anybody have a match they're really looking forward to? I'll be honest, the match I'm looking forward to the most...
Oh, to be honest, like, I mean, I don't really know, there's a match that I'm liking, but there's not really any particular match that stands out, like...
Well, in one particular case, it's because we don't know who the opponent is yet. But I want to see, I don't care who's in the match, I want to see Rhea Ripley's match. And I'm hoping that she retains her title. I want to see her walk in and walk out still champion.
I think they got Bailey within there.
Well, she's not facing Rhea Ripley. She's facing Io Sky.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I know that.
And actually, I don't think Bailey's winning.
You don't think Bailey's winning that?
No,
I mean,
and that's not necessarily a popular option.
I might screw Bailey.
Boss, what do you think about that? Do you think Bailey beats Io, or do you think they find a way to screw Bailey?
I think they're gonna find a way to screw her. She ain't gonna win.
That's what I think too. I do.
Yeah,
I think
she's gonna win. I think she's gonna lose it right. She's gonna lose it right. She's gonna lose the title. She's gonna lose the WrestleMania, and then the round between them gonna go on to the next pay-per-view.
But yeah, no, I agree. I think that a screw job will be put on, and I think Bailey loses that match. I think she just about wins.
She better win.
Somehow, but it just doesn't happen for her.
Yeah, I think she's gonna lose. She's gonna lose, and then the rival will continue to the next match.
I think it's gonna make Bailey like a $100 first tag, you know, like how it will. Is that she'll come close, but she won't win the title yet. There's some family with it. Like I'll set up the next pay.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. Bailey loses at Mania, and then comes back and wins it at the following pay-per-view. Because I'll be honest, Io Sky,
Io deserves a longer run.
I was just gonna say she deserves a longer run. I think she's been a great champion, especially now that they're more of a heel faction. So, well, yes and no. Io Sky wasn't always a heel. Damage Control, kind of. It's one of those things. People started to like Damage Control, right?
I never really cared them, to be honest, in the first round, but
I thought they were entertaining.
I always like Io on the court, man. It's Bailey, she's not really Bailey.
So,
I've never really got into Bailey, I've tried
Bailey, I don't have a problem with. Io Sky, I don't have a problem. The only person I've never really got, or maybe just didn't get the chance to, I don't know, but I've never been real big on Dakota Kai. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. I just never been a big fan. Boss, what do you think about Dakota Kai? Are you a fan of Dakota Kai?
Not really.
It's just,
massive fan of her, but I think she's alright.
she's definitely better than, you know, a lot of other people.
She's good.
Like, I'm not saying that they should get rid of her, but
She's good. I'm not like a massive fan, but she's good. I do like her.
Tell you the truth, I like Damage Control.
yeah, well, me too. I like Damage Control too. I thought they were entertaining through it. Like
They was.
the only thing, do you remember the? It's funny because earlier we talked about a DQ happening in a Hell in a Cell match. We can't forget the whole disqualification during a cage match situation either. They got to stop doing shit like that. Because how do you have a DQ in a cage or a cell?
Real for real. You know what? That made no sense to me. And that made no sense to me. Like, it's a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah. Anything goes.
Oh my god. I just got a bang.
I mean, so what? So what? You can throw somebody off the top of the cell, but you can't have somebody come interrupt your match and come to your rescue, or what have you. You know what I mean? It makes no sense.
I mean, technically, you can to steal cage.
If you think about all the Hell in a Cell matches, they all was bloody and chair matches and all kinds of stuff. So how do you have a DQ in the Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, exactly. It just makes no sense.
Not at all.
The fact that it's happened is quite ghastly. The fact that that's part of professional wrestling history now. But I mean, to you what?
To me, I think your WrestleMania ain't gonna be that good.
Yeah.
But some of the matches make no sense.
I mean, I think that WrestleMania, the original plans for WrestleMania were probably far better. There's just, WrestleMania has kind of been plagued. Sorry, say that again?
Gunther really going to face Jericho?
I mean, I don't know. I think Gunther, I mean, is his title on the line at WrestleMania? I don't know. I mean, should it be? Yes. But I don't know if it is at this point.
You know, I said, I don't know. This, Steve, when Tony came back, I thought he would continue his rivalry with Seth Rollins. That's what I thought would happen.
I mean, I'm fully behind Gunther. I think his body of work is amazing, and his rise in the company from being on NXT and to going to Raw and winning the Intercontinental title. Now, not only is he's literally the longest IC champion in history, and I definitely think he deserves it. I would actually. There's another guy I would like, if and when he. Because I don't know if he is, like I said, but if he defends his title at WrestleMania, I think he should keep it.
I do too.
You know? Yeah. I mean, at least he's been a fighting champion. There's another champion that's held the title for a long time and has defended way more times than Reigns did. You should Google that. How many Intercontinental title defenses has Gunther had?
You actually, why is Roman Reigns only defended a title so limited time?
Well, he's only defended it, what, 13 times?
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Is that the final count on that? I think it was 13 times in the last year or something. But, I mean, how often, though, do we really expect a world champion to defend? Well, before we answer that question, that is it. That is all. The winner of the match, the tone setter of the night, from Team Luke the Gooner 94 and his Team Arsenal, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, and the Gooner Luke Ballmer, picking up the big W in our first match of the night. Congratulations, Luke.
I looked it up. They said Roman Reigns had 29 title defenses.
Sorry, say it again.
I looked up Gunther, but it said Roman Reigns had 29 title defenses.
Maybe in total. He definitely didn't defend it 29 times this year. You know, his championship run I mean, again, overall, he deserves it, but I mean, in the last year, you know, that's...
Gunther defended his title 17 times. While Roman only defended his title 8 times.
So how many times did Gunther defend his IC title?
17 times.
17 times to Roman Reigns, what?
8.
8. I thought he defended that, like... I guess he wasn't at every pay-per-view, though, was he? Or PLE, sorry, they call it a PLE now. Well, not just now, but...
It said Gunther became the champion. How Gunther Reigns defended, said Gunther had defended his title 17 times, while Roman only defended his title 8 times in the same time.
Right. Interesting. I wasn't sure exactly how many times that he defended that IC title, but 17 times, so that's more than once a month. Right?
Yep.
So I'm just happy that somebody finally fucking beat the Honky Tonk Man's record. Seriously. I could never understand, because that guy should never have been champion that long. First of all,
I agree.
And then...
He wasn't very good.
No, that's the thing. And then to have him be champion that long and lose in, what, 7 seconds or whatever the hell it was to the Ultimate Warrior, that was so stupid. That'd be like having Cody Rhodes walk into WrestleMania, deliver the Crossroads, 1, 2, 3, it's done. Roman's done. After 4 years on top of the professional wrestling world, Rhodes beats him in 7 seconds. Like, it was so stupid. I was never a big Honky Tonk Man fan either, though, because he really wasn't that good. He's another... he was good on the microphone, but in the ring, you know, it just was lackluster. It was lackluster, at best, in my opinion. But, okay, before we continue any further conversations, next match of the evening, continuing their rivalry, it is the Megastars. We now know, of course, or Julia Jackson now knows, that's for sure. The Megastars being backed by one of the women's superstars of TWA. A Grand Slam champion is B. Jackson. And she's going to be coming out to the ring tonight to face Julia Jackson one-on-one, but looks like Becky and Carmella going to be in tow, going to be escorting her to the ring, so you never know what kind of villainy is going to go on with those three. But Julia Jackson still finding herself on the radar of the Megastars, so their rivalry continues tonight. That's our next match. What do you guys think? Can Julia overcome? I mean, she has beaten Carmella, right? She's beaten Becky. Can she beat B? That is the question. What do you guys think?
I think I want Julia Jackson. I want Julia Jackson.
You going Julia Jackson?
Why is Julia Jackson going against B. Jackson?
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have
her love for Alice Blake.
We have confirmation that Luke does not pay attention to our shows. That is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. You know, when you say things like that, Luke, all we hear is, you know, it's kind of stank. But anyways, the rivalry continues. Sorry, Jack, who did you choose?
Julia Jackson.
Julia Jackson, so that's 2 for Julia. I too am going for Julia Jackson here. I mean, like I said, who knows if Becky and Carmella decide to involve themselves. They are coming out to the ring with B. Jackson, and they have been a force to reckon with, especially when it comes to Julia Jackson. But, yeah. I agree with you guys. Julia, I think, takes this matchup. Although, actually, I agree with Jack, because Luke, he didn't really make a decision. He was more interested in knowing what exactly it was that's been going on with Julia and B, even though this rivalry has been a continuous thing for what, Jack? A month and a half? You know, the Megastars, they became the Megastars, entered the women's tag team division. B. Jackson, if you saw the vignettes, kicked Julia Jackson in the head. I mean, a lot of things have happened. And Luke didn't know about any of it, Jack. What do you think? What are your thoughts about that?
I don't want to hear nothing about myself not being here anymore then.
Right? Right?
I pay attention.
Exactly. That tops it. We cannot bother. So no more foul sounds, so to speak. Except for, I think, from now on when Luke talks tonight. I don't know. What do you think? It'd be kind of like, you know how Granola always wants to flush BM Punk? Tonight, flush Luke the Gooner. I think.
Sure.
Yeah. How dare you, Luke? All right, anyways, here we go. Next match tonight, Julia Jackson versus B. Jackson. Megastars are in tow. This could get ugly. Who's going to win? I don't know. I'm going with Julia. A different century. He's still talking about Mickey James winning a championship when dinosaurs were still alive. But here we go.
Whoa, what the fuck did you just say?
Who said what? Did you say something, Jack?
You just fucking said it, man. Fuck off.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jack, what's he going on about? Are you paying attention, Jack? Because I have no idea.
You're a fucking bitch.
I'm right? Zombies. You know, speaking of zombies, actually, Granola and I talked about this not long ago. We miss Zombie Ref. Froggy, do you remember Zombie Ref? Zombie Ref was badass. Life probably remembers Zombie Ref. She remembers everything. They remember everything. You know, speaking of they, where the hell is Strife? Strife, how dare you? Get in here. The Gooner wants to talk to you about the shrine. Archivers, I don't remember Zombie. Were you not around for Zombie Ref? Remind me, how long have you been around? Drop that follow in the chat room.
What's Zombie Ref, Robin?
So, in the Archiverse 2.0, you were able to have guest referees, and some of them were zombies. Well, one of them was a zombie.
Oh, 2K20.
2K20. Well, yeah. So the other thing I miss is the Funko Pop matches. We didn't have them on regular shows. We'd always have them as Go Home Happy matches or our version of a Go Home Happy match back in the day. But you could redeem a Funko Pop match, and it had a feature. It was called Big Head Mode. We, of course, called it Funko Pop matches because we used to always go over to Pictulator's channel, and he has, of course, a huge collection of Funko Pops, and we used to have a good time over there, so I actually named the redemption in honor of Pictulator. But then 2K22 came out, and there was no Big Head Mode, so no more Funko Pop matches. It was funny as hell, though. It was funny as hell. Life says, I'm driving and also wasn't actually here for Zombie Ref. Good Lord. Strife says, we've been here since you entered the room. I did not see you say anything, sir. Only that he did, too. So I am actually, at this point, the one ignoring Strife. Strife, Luke apologizes for me ignoring you. Welcome in, Strife. You didn't acknowledge Strife coming into the chat room. How dare you? And you didn't remind me to. This is all on you, sir. Your fault. Totally. Jack will agree with me. I don't care if he's playing Call of Duty. He's shooting zombies, but he will still blame your ass. Unless you tell us something interesting. An interesting new purchase, perhaps, from eBay for the Mickey James Shrine. We would all like to hear about that. We want to know, is there an addition? Have you spent more money? Did you max out your credit card? Because, I mean, we already know about the infamous panties from eBay, $579.89. And there's still no proof she actually wore them, by the way. You know, unless that was authenticated somehow. You know, did you find DNA on those panties? Did you have it tested? How do we know that you just didn't, for some reason, buy a $579.89 pair of panties? You know, they could have belonged to Strife. It is a fake account. It is not really Mickey James. It is variants of Strife. Could be the Blind Locksmith. Who knows? Put the panties on there. Said they belong to Mickey James. Worn during a Knockouts Championship matchup. Caught your attention. And you went on there. You know, did you use your own credit card, by the way, or did you like steal your parents' credit card? That's another question, because that is a large sum of money for a pair of panties. Enlighten us. Tell us. Tell us a story. It's almost like Tree of Knowledge or Rotten Fruit, except for nobody redeemed it. But we still want to know.
K-pop was shyesty like that. Laughing.
Alright. While we're waiting for Luke to answer that question, he's still thinking of a response. Right now it's more like, you know...
What's the question?
The question is, in addition to your $579.89 pair of panties, have you added any new items to the shrine? Anything new at all? Like, did you find a bra, perhaps, to go with the panties? Or like a pair of stockings? House coat?
I do love stockings on women. I'm stockings on women, like.
You love stockings on women?
Yeah.
What kind of, like we're talking like fishnet style stockings, like the were worn by, you know, street workers, or are we talking about more conservative stockings? I mean, what kind of stockings? It depends on your mood.
Yeah.
If you've been watching Mickey James in action, suddenly you want those fishnet stockings. If you're just watching an episode of, I don't know, The Walking Dead.
Well, she used to wrestle in sketch in the early days in WWE.
That is true.
I used to love that.
That is true. So we were talking about different matchups at WrestleMania. The question I still need to have answered by somebody. Quan Black Dragon is in the house. What's going on? Quan Black Dragon. What's new and exciting? Tell me a story. Tell me something interesting. Don't tell me any sort of boring story. Do not come in here, Quan Black Dragon, and say nothing's new, just chilling, having a Coke and a smile, and telling you to shut the fuck up. I cannot shut the fuck up. I am the host of the most must-see show on Twitch TV. I have to keep talking. Otherwise, you know, I leave you with the Gooner, and it'll sound a lot like this. You know? Or it'll sound like this. You know, he's got gastrointestinal problems. I have to keep talking. But, Quan, did you buy a new vehicle? Did you buy a new house? Maybe you stole a house. Are you a squatter? Did you win the lottery? Did you climb Mount Vesuvius? Which doesn't exist anymore. You could still do it, though. Perhaps you went on a life, a quest seeking yourself out, ended up in Thailand with a Buddhist monk on a mountain with incense and chimes. I don't know. Tell me something interesting. Quan is laughing. Why are you laughing, Quan? How dare you laugh at me, sir? I am offended. Have you been hanging out with Luke the Gunner? Do not laugh at me. There's nothing funny. I feel offended. Maybe he's been talking to my wife tonight. She was ribbing me all night long, laughing at me, hurting my feelers. Gaslight.
I'll tell you, I'll obviously come and slap you across the fucking face.
Don't tempt her, she probably would.
That would be fucking great.
Oh, you think that would be great?
Oh,
did you hear that? Violence. Luke wants violence. He wants me to be afflicted by this violence.
Make it a channel point.
But anyways, Strife says, a place far away from humans. Yes, please. Whoa, the match is over. I have no idea what happened. I was too busy trying to read what Strife said. At this point, I don't even know who won the match. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all for the second match of the night. And we're going to find out in a minute. I'm going to guess it might be B. Jackson here. It is, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the rivalry matchup from Team Honeybee Gaming. Or Gamers. Is it Gamers? I always get that wrong. I don't know. It's one of those. You know what? Fuck it. It's Honeybee Wrestling. Queen Bee, how dare you continue to change your name and confuse the masses. Of course, the masses mostly being me, but I do not care. How dare you? But we love you. You're awesome.
I still call it Honeybee Wrestling.
It is Honeybee Wrestling, damn it. That shout out to Honeybee Gamers. Who did that? How dare you? Luke and I say that it is, in fact, Honeybee Wrestling. Luke?
Yeah.
Drum roll, please. Let me have it. It is Honeybee Wrestling.
She just watched Julia Jackson.
She... Apparently, I only saw a portion of the matchup.
Me going to take a piss is fast. That match is finished by the time I'm going to go take a piss.
Now
that match is faster than I could take a piss.
The portion of the match I did watch, B. Jackson was kind of handing her a can of whoop ass. No can opener, she stomped that shit open.
I could take a piss, that says it all.
Exile Jack says first wrestler next season should be Roxanne Riley. I don't understand that other verb. He's got some sort of Spanish in there, whatever language that is. Character, Gami, I don't even know what any of that is. But if we read between the lines, what it really says is the first wrestler of the next season should be Roxanne Riley. Shouldn't there be more than one, though, inked to a contract? Because who the hell's Roxanne Riley going to wrestle if there's nobody else inked? She just going to wrestle herself? I mean, that might be interesting to watch. It might be interesting to watch.
Yeah,
Just Rocks versus Rocks all night. All right, here we go. On to the next match of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an Elimination Royale. 6 men entering. Villains, all of them. We're going to talk about that in just a minute, but it is for the vacant Junior Grand Prix Championship. That is the next match of the night. We've got the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. The Tribal Chief, representing the War Raiders, Roman Reigns. Representing the Wolfpack Horsemen, it is the Wolfman, Alan Severn. We've got Ludwig Kaiser, long time enemy, we may as well say, because they've been in some vicious battles. Although they have been known to team up from time to time. I think it's kind of like the Severn and Archer situation. Matters of convenience, if you will. But it is the Saint, Mick Marvel. And of course, last but not least, it is Seth freaking Rollins, who has been a pain in everybody's ass all season long. But again, it is the vacant Junior Grand Prix Championship on the line. 6 men are going to enter. 1 is going to leave as the new Junior Grand Prix Champion. Of course, the Grand Prix Championship currently occupied by Big Bubba Bruno from Team Soul Embers. Still holding that title. What do you guys think? Let's start with Boss Apollo.
I'm thinking about Cody Rhodes. Not for sure about Roman Reigns. But I will pick Mick Marvel.
You go with Mick Marvel?
Yeah.
That's a fairly decent choice. I mean, he's been a phenomenal champion and formidable opponent since inking a contract. He's what, 3-time television champion now? I believe it's 3-time. I think he's a 3-time champion. Luke, what about you? Do you think Mick Marvel can pick up a W here? I'm leaning towards either Mick Marvel or Ludwig Kaiser for some reason. Ludwig Kaiser, of course, has been a television champion.
There are some amazing and fun channel rewards to choose from.
I don't know, I think maybe Roman Reigns.
You think Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
Okay. And Jack, what do you think? Sir Jack the Greatest. Now, Exiled Jack. Alan Severin going with the Wolfman. Let's see, that didn't even hesitate. Boom, out with the answer. Shot a zombie, made his bet, just like that.
There are some ways in the
Are you feeling all right?
You know, I just felt like I was archer, you know.
Apparently the Gooner not behind you on that decision to say that the Wolfman's going to pick up the victory here. I mean, I again, for some reason, I'm leaning towards either Ludwig Kaiser or Mick Marvel. I don't know.
Why Ludwig Kaiser?
Because Kaiser has been a dark horse, man. He's been a champion more than once in the last season.
I found out he was with Tiffany Stratton. He was there. I was like, what the fuck?
Wait a minute, hold on. Ludwig Kaiser is with Tiffany Stratton?
Yeah.
What? Okay, hold on. Hold that thought. We're going to talk about that in just a freaking second. But here we go. Junior Grand Prix Championship on the line. 6 men walking in, 1 walking out with the opportunity to face Big Bubba Bruno. Let's rock and roll.
Tiffany Stratton is fucking hot. I don't get
So, how did I miss that? Was that not in the dirt sheets anywhere? How do I not know that? Tiffany Stratton, Ludwig Kaiser, doing the nasty, the horizontal mambo. Wow. What? Did anybody else? Boss, did you know that? Where'd Boss go? Did we lose Boss? Boss! How dare you ignore us. Jack, did you know that? Froggy, Life, anybody else? Did you guys know that? Was I the only one that did not know that? I'm curious. I'm just jumping back into the chat here just a little tiny bit. She's always been her own worst nemesis. Froggy, you're not lying. She's got something going right this time, obviously, though. I've never seen Roxanne Riley as good as she has been in the last season, ever. Craziness. On fire. Life says, brings a new meaning to solo title run. That definitely would. That definitely would. I didn't know they were together at all. Me neither. Neither did Strife. Jack's not answering. He's shooting zombies and touching himself. He will eventually answer our question. And I don't know.
I did not know they were a fucking couple to be there.
How did you find out they were a couple?
I watched it in the interview. That popped up on my YouTube channel.
You watched it on an interview on your YouTube channel. Can you share that video to Discord, to the No Holds Barred sec? Because, I mean, that is crazy talk. That is crazy talk. Tiffany Stratton and Ludwig Kaiser. I mean...
Oh, yeah. It was something on YouTube.
You saw it too? What? Because you didn't care much. I saw half the video. He's definitely boning Stratton. I can confirm that.
I didn't watch all the video, but I mean...
Ludwig Kaiser and Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah.
I mean... That's crazy. Isn't it?
Don't blame anybody that wants to get a bone over Tiffany Stratton.
I mean, if I was to tell you Tiffany Stratton was dating somebody in the locker room, would you in any way, shape, or form think, oh, it's probably Ludwig Kaiser? I mean...
Listen, I'm not knocking the guy. I'm just saying.
I'm not necessarily knocking him either, but I mean, again, would you, if I came to you and said, hey, Luke, guess what? Tiffany Stratton, you never got, she is dating somebody in the locker room. Big surprise. Female wrestler dating a male wrestler. But would you say, but would your first inkling be, oh yeah, she's probably dating Ludwig Kaiser? I would never have thought that. I would have never thought that. If you said that, I'd probably think, oh, I don't know. maybe dating LA Knight or something.
Bobby's posted the picture in Discord.
There's a picture on it? Okay, I'm looking.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now. Wow, look at that. Look at the smile. He should be smiling.
Oh, man, he's doing good there.
He is good for fucking...
Man, she is fucking gorgeous, Abby.
I mean, honestly.
Oh, man. She is big.
That's nuts. I can't believe that. I really can't believe that. But good for Ludwig Kaiser.
He just looks like an average guy. I'm not being funny, but...
I don't even know what else to say. I know what he's thinking. That's what he's thinking.
He fucking hit the jackpot, I think.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That blows my mind. But anyways, we really veered away from the WrestleMania conversation there, didn't we? But I mean, how could we not? Tiffany Stratton, there's photo evidence, and apparently there's a video. Tiffany Stratton and Ludwig Kaiser. I mean, Ludwig. I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Why are you so surprised?
It's Ludwig Kaiser. It is not Seth Rollins. It is not LA Knight. Hell, it's not even Gunther. You know, but it is, however, Tiffany Stratton. I would expect that she'd be dating, you know, somebody higher up the food chain, I guess. I think. Well, I mean, for lack of better term. By the way, how dare you?
No, he is doing fucking good there.
Good God. But no. I mean, is there anybody else dating I don't know about? You know? I don't know. I mean, what's next? You gonna tell me Kairi Sane is dating Chad Gable? You know?
That would be weird, that.
Weird? Yes, that would... yes! Could you imagine? Watch that actually happen now. I don't know. I think if Chad Gable tried to take Kairi Sane in on a date, it'd be like...
Access denied.
I think. I'm thinking. But anyways. Speaking of Ludwig Kaiser...
the man that fucking got stuck in the trap. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I'm blown away. I am blown away. But good for Ludwig. Anyways, back to my question from earlier. Does anybody have a match they are looking forward to at WrestleMania this year? And please don't tell me a match that was supposed to happen and now is not. Because I don't want to hear you rant. You tell me about the match and say, but it's not fucking happening now because of The Rock and Roman Reigns. Strife says, like a... Well, I don't know if it's that type. I don't think so because it's on YouTube, Strife. Plus, I don't think I really want to see any videos of that nature with Ludwig Kaiser in it. I would kind of feel like, you know, I don't know. I'll take the 0 on watching any nude videos of Ludwig Kaiser. Yeah, I know, I understand. Tiffany Stratton would be in that video too, but, you know, you'd see Tiffany Stratton, then they would pan the camera, and there'd be Ludwig Kaiser, and that would just be all over. Game over for me. Roxy found herself a blade. Jack, you really want that love affair to go places, don't you? You know what I haven't done yet tonight? Let's see who I am today. I am John Moxley. I am a thorn in Team Froggy Mothlegs side.
Superstar.
Which I personally am okay with. Froggy Mothlegs.
I understand the importance of having pride in what you do, but sometimes I think you can be a bit overbearing.
I do like Tiffany Stratton. She's hot as well.
She is. And she's a good talent too, though.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I'm actually. Well, I'm actually glad that we're not still in an era where the women in the women's division are primarily TV models and can't wrestle. You know what I mean? That's what I hated about the whole Divas era. It killed women's wrestling. All the work that Trish and Mickey, Ivory, Jazz, Victoria, Lita, Moolah, all the famous women of they worked so hard to build the women's division to the point where they actually brought a women's championship back into play, and then the Divas division brought in a fucking butterfly title and proceeded to further defile the division by bringing models in that look good on TV but did diddly squat in the fucking ring. You know? It was just, I don't know. I hated that whole scene. I did. Were you a fan of the Divas division? I mean, some people actually legitimately did like it. I just, you know, I didn't.
All the Mickey James and Trish Stratus and Jazz, Big Charles, and all these people that I mentioned here, Beth Phoenix, they were the only ones that could wrestle.
Exactly.
All the others were terrible. They weren't very good.
I mean, it'd be like doing it again now after Charlotte and Bayley and Becky Lynch and all those people did such a tremendous job of having that women's revolution and getting to a point where now they're getting legit TV time. They're getting pushed. They're getting main events at WrestleMania. They're getting main events at other PLEs. And in my opinion, and feel free to disagree with me, but in my opinion, there's been many a times where the women outshine the men in the ring.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I think.
I do think that the term Four Horsewomen's overrated.
Today, Life is Great is Trish Stratus.
I'm not taking away anything.
Strife is Undertaker. How fitting is that? How fitting is that? Strife says, would never be able to unsee it every time he wrestled. I know, right? I don't need to see that. We do not need to see exactly what it is that Ludwig Kaiser is made out of. We don't. But anyway.
Do you think the Four Horsemen, the term Four Horsewomen kind of overrated to me a bit over?
The Four Horsewomen?
Yeah, because like, people act like they're the only ones. There was better wrestlers before then. It's just different eras, isn't it? The division wasn't even. The problem is the division wasn't that good, was it?
I mean, women's wrestling is at its absolute best right now in all promotions. Well, sorry, except for AEW, they're still trying to figure out how to push their female talent. But, and I don't know why, they've had great women talent in and out of that company, but yet they still barely, you know, they have this TBS championship. You know, that, I don't know, just, they have the, they also have the...
I'm not taking away what they did. I think it's a really good job before often, and don't get me wrong, I'm not taking them away. I'm just saying the term of it can be a bit overrated.
Right.
People act like it's the only good women wrestlers do that well.
No, I agree, they're not. Right? The Four Horsewomen are not the only women that have ever done anything. I mean, there's been tons of women that have done something for that company.
The only two I like from the Four Horsewomen really are Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks, really. I don't really care for Bayley too much, and I don't like Charlotte too.
Oh, that's right. You don't like Charlotte. I forgot about that. We have that problem, Strife says, with Paige and Mickey Hames. Here we go.
What are you on about, Strife, anyway?
Cannot unsee the naughty videos they were in. Sorry, the ones that who were in. Oh, Paige. Are you talking about Paige's videos?
Mickey James didn't do porn, so like videos.
Mickey James could though.
That's not it.
Hardcore country. Mickey James coming out dressed as a dominatrix, spanking Paige or somebody. I mean, Trish Stratus is still around. We could get a love affair going between those two again. Strife says, and Mickey James. Paige and Mickey James, there was a video of those two? I did not know about this. Luke says it wasn't her in the video? Strife said cheerleader, actually. Oh, so it was like a Mickey James lookalike. Actually, you know what? I think I remember that happening. No, it wasn't, no. I actually never saw the... I never bothered to watch the videos that Paige was involved in either. I'm sure lots of people did.
Not really, yeah.
I didn't care. Really. What, porn?
Let's be honest. Yeah, it's fake.
Well, I mean, as fake is, I suppose. I mean, they are still having sex, but
yeah. But
I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say it represents what most people consider intimacy, for instance. But I've never really watched it. I have friends that love it. You know, so sometimes I go to their fucking houses and they'd be watching it, which was always weird at times. You know, you walk in and you see three of your friends all watching porn, and you're thinking, where the fuck are the females? Why y'all are in here watching porn by yourselves? There's no women. I'm fucking leaving. Goodbye. But no, I just never all that interested. Plus, I was always one of those guys. Not that it's always been a great thing in life, but I mean, I never had a problem with getting ladies, so I didn't really need porn, you know?
No, I don't need to. The thing is, I never really watched it, you know? I mean,
Strife says weird behavior. Azrael says, you'd love it if Paige and Mickey did a video. I mean, who the hell wouldn't love that? Now that's a video I might consider watching.
Don't get me fucking started into the broadcast.
What, you be down for that, Luke? Sorry, oh my god, I just called Jack Luke.
Yeah.
I apologize, Jack. I mean, you forgive me? Thank you, Jack, I appreciate your... They are. You know, Mickey is... How old is Mickey now? She's approaching 50, yeah? She's 44 years old, and she still looks very, very good.
Oh, she still looks cocky, that is.
Yeah, she really does. So credit where credit is due. She looks amazing for 44 years old. So, especially considering when you think... I mean, she's a pro wrestler. She's been on the road 200-plus days a year for how many years? And somehow she still looks that good. So, good for her. I say.
Oh, she is so fucking good. I love her.
Yeah.
She is fucking so hot. She is a milf, and I love her.
I mean, does she have kids?
She has a son, yeah.
She has a son? Okay, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I assume that's with Nick? Because they've been together a while now, right?
Yeah, it's called Donovan or something.
I don't know how many years, but I know they've been together for a while. So I just assumed. I could have been wrong about that, though. If anybody knows anything about Mickey James, it is definitely Luke the Gooner.
I watched the interview, but she said her son is Mickey James.
Who hasn't? You haven't actually?
No, like, her son's favourite.
Oh, her son's. It is? I mean, that was probably embedded into the poor lad's head. That's the only figure that he was given was just Mickey James.
Well, I watched it with that where he's not interested in wrestling. So
He's not interested in wrestling? Well, that's just, how old is the child?
With this great record.
I don't know. About 7, 6, I think?
6 or 7 years old?
5?
Yeah.
6,
So that's one of those ages you either like wrestling or you're not sure yet.
Well,
Or maybe you don't like it at all.
She got to celebrate with her son in the ring and hard to kill for the when she won the championship, so that was good.
Looks like Seth Rollins was just eliminated by Mick Marvel. Looks like we're down to 3 here, guys. At least I have. I've missed a couple of eliminations. Looks like we're down to Reigns, Severn, and is Roman Reigns going to tap out here? I thought Severn was going to tap him out right there. He did not. But we are down to 3. Mick Marvel, the Wolfman Alan Severn, and Roman Reigns. Now, I believe we all chose Mick Marvel, did we not? For the most part. I believe Luke did. I think Jack did, perhaps.
He has been here before, and he knows what he needs to do.
A 3-time television champion is Mick Marvel. Oh, got planted right on his spine by Roman Reigns.
But hard to kill. She celebrated with Donovan, which is a son in the ring, after she won the title.
Oh, that's right. You know what? I remember that now. Now I'm trying to picture the child. So he's 6 or 7?
I'll send you a picture in the end. Just go down. So Mickey with the belt. Got Donovan. And
You probably got that right on your the lifeline.
Not going to say kid in the picture wrong, so I wouldn't do that.
Sorry, what about a lifeline?
It's a bit weird.
No, it's really Apex. And
Oh, gotcha.
yeah.
I saw the hell of a goal that I went on TV, but I didn't want to say anything because I was in the broadcast.
Wolfman attacking Mick Marvel from behind. Nice Russian leg sweep. Look at him, he's all fired right up. We haven't seen Severn this fired up in a long time. Oh, he stunned him. The Wolfman breaks out the stunner. Marvel, and Marvel's eliminated. It is down to Roman Reigns and Alan Severn. Oh, wait a minute. Jack actually chose Severn. I heard my question back in my head. You and I chose Mick Marvel. Jack chose Alan Severn. It is down to Severn and Roman Reigns, just in case you're shooting zombies right now. Gotcha. He believes in you when he doesn't believe in you. Or wait a minute, you believe in him when he doesn't believe in you? Or something like that. He does. Oh, believe me, I know all about that. If Archer's in a match, he's betting against Archer 99% of the time. Unless he happens to be in there against somebody like, CM Punk. Then Archer might get a vote from Glenola. Other than that, not likely going to happen. Oh! Neck breaker from Roman Reigns. This is interesting because I actually thought Mick Marvel would take this match. He is eliminated. Rollins has been eliminated. Well, they've all been eliminated except for Reigns, and Severn stuns Reigns. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the match and your new Junior Grand Prix champion representing the Wolfpack Horsemen from Team Glenola. It is the Wolfman, Alan Severn, picking up the big W. Congratulations to Glenola, the Wolfpack Horsemen, and Alan Severn. New Junior Grand Prix champion. A new challenger for Big Bubba Bruno from Team Soul Embers. Look at that stunner on Mick Marvel. Ooh, they showed a couple there in the replay here. Show the one on Reigns again. Come on, let's go. They did not.
Here's your winner, and new Junior Grand Prix champion, Wolfman Alan Severn.
Wolfman Alan Severn got the job done. And if we were betting on that match, Jack would have just picked up some Archerverse bucks. He was correct. Correct. He was right. He was not wrong. Not incorrect. All right, here we go. Let's move on. Next match of the evening. In the women's division, 8 Vixen Battle Royal for the TAW Battle Royal Championship. This is going to be one hell of a barn burner. We've got Ashley Black, Svetlana Vodraska, Carmella, Shayna Baszler, Kairi Sane, Beth Phoenix, Alice Blade, who is, by the way, also the reigning, defending, and undisputed Junior Women's Grand Prix champion. And, of course, our reigning, defending, and undisputed, thus far, Battle Royal champion, representing, well, she was representing the Coalition. She is now representing PMS. Her partner in crime just happens to be the Pure Wrestling champion. It is Melissa Archer, defending her title tonight against those 7 Vixen villains. Crazy matchup. What do you guys think? Does Mrs. Archer retain? Can she do it? Or do one of those Vixen villains pick up the title tonight? Beat her down, eliminate her, toss her over the top rope, say goodbye, hasta la vista, au revoir, goodbye. What do you think? Tell me your thoughts. Luke, what do you think?
I don't know, actually. Alex Blair?
Sorry, say that again?
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Alice Blade's gonna win.
Oh, Alice Blade's gonna win? Okay. And we know that
Might as well go and start around the river.
Mrs. Archer may as well go cry a river. Life said, so being that I worked at an adult store, I've watched a ton of porn with my best friend. He was my manager at the time. Oh my God. Why is Joe Lincoln not... Oh, speaking of which, he just literally popped in. That is fucking crazy. Yo, Joe! Welcome into the show. Joe, we see you. What's new and exciting, Joe? Are you at work? Actually, today is what, Tuesday? Is today Tuesday? I believe Joe is at work. Supposed to be working, but he's here hanging with the masses. Going to perform his duties as mod. Although he has to beat life to that. He has to beat life to that. But alright, here we go. Next match of the night is for the Battle World Championship. Melissa Archer defending against 7 Vixen villains. It is going to be an absolute barn burner. Let's go. Rock and roll time. Alright.
What is coming cooking? I didn't even think that.
What'd you do?
I typed in, he's not what the game is, coming cooking.
Joe Link says the gooner is what? If you smell what the gooner is coming cooking. I mean, does anybody want to smell what the gooner is coming? I don't know. When I think about that, I think, you know, I don't know. What are you getting at there, Luke? I don't even know what you're going on about there. Can you smell what the gooner is coming cooking? I don't even want to know what the fuck is going on in your kitchen. You know that? I don't. I'm not even going to ask. Because all I can say is... That is crazy. That is crazy. Lil Juicebox. Do you believe in Joe Hendry? I believe in Joe Link. I believe in Froggy Moth Legs, Variants of Strife. I believe in everybody in the Fam Jam. If they're not the Fam Jam, then I don't believe in them. They're not down with the Fam Jam. Come cooking is a thing. There are recipe books. I mean, I didn't ask. But I do want to know, however, do you have some of those books?
Is everyone following Strife?
Sorry, say what?
Why is everyone following Strife?
Who's following Strife?
Everyone's following Strife in the chat.
Well, he got a shout out. Exactly. Well, that means if it tells you to follow Strife, that means you, sir, are not following Strife. How dare you? Do you hear that, Strife?
Strife does not stream.
That doesn't mean he doesn't want friends. It does not mean he does not want acknowledgement. It does not mean that he does not want a virtual hug of a follow. Rude. Tasho was hilarious. That tidbit is a I know, so you have to know kind of thing. I mean, I don't have to know everything. Frog says, I don't need recipes to make great gravy. Oh my God. I don't think that's what Luke is cooking. You know? I don't think that's what he's cooking at all.
And representing
Maybe.
from Staten Island, New York.
Alright. So anyways, I'm just scrolling back here to see if anybody actually answered my question from earlier. We distract the fuck out of everybody. That's what the problem is. We ask them the questions, then we go on about other things, distract them from the previous conversation, and the next thing you know, we have no answers. But does anybody have a match from WrestleMania this year that they're looking forward to? We got some entertainment going on in the background. There is a rumble happening. Or maybe it is a Hell in a Cell matchup. If we hear chairs and the sound of a cage, what is going on at Boss's house? Joling says he gave out weird advice all the time. Who gave out weird advice? I gotta go back and look now. It must be the special stuff he uses for his Mickey shrine. Yes, the special sauce he uses for the Mickey shrine. I mean, you have the shrine. Apparently you come cook, you know. I think he's just alluding to the fact that, you know, you make your own special sauce. I think that's what he's saying. Alluding to. Offering, if you will. But anyways, yeah, so if anybody has a favorite matchup, or a matchup that they most want to see at WrestleMania, let me know. Okay, so something we were talking about earlier. Actually going to bring it back up because personally I didn't know he was seeking employment anywhere, but so I was reading an article earlier. I didn't finish it because I figured I'm going to read this later. Live, when we go live with TAW Wrestling. So it's an article from WrestlingHeadlines.com. It was published by Matt Boone, and it says, backstage update on Braun Strowman negotiating with TNA. I mean, I didn't realize he wasn't under contract with WWE, much less potentially seeking employment with TNA. So I don't know if anybody else knew that, but we're going to check out that article right now. So again, it's Matt Boone, WrestlingHeadlines.com. It says, as far as recent reports regarding Braun Strowman negotiating with TNA Wrestling, sources within TNA have confirmed that they did speak with him and even met with him about a potential deal. TNA negotiated with his agent and even got far enough in the talks that potential creative was discussed. However, reports are it being a seven-figure deal that was offered to him are said to be far from true. Well, I didn't even know that he was talking to them or that a contract had been offered, much less a rumor about a seven-figure deal. But, so there we have it, Braun Strowman talking with TNA Wrestling apparently. So there's been a lot made about the increase in budget and production upgrades coming to TNA Wrestling, but sources within Anthem, which is the parent company to TNA, claim that many were actually related to software upgrades more than anything else. The schedule for TNA appears to be the same in 2024, although they are apparently looking to reduce some of the costs compared to last year. I mean, hopefully that doesn't mean we're going to eventually have a bunch of budget, quote-unquote budget cuts going on in TNA. They should look at some upper management, some ways to cut costs while doing TV shows and their pay-per-views. There's got to be things they can do to avoid having to worry about budget cuts. I hate budget cuts because it always means some talent is losing their job. I mean, we like to, harp on WWE about it, but it happens in all promotions, right? It isn't just WWE, and it happens everywhere. It's kind of inevitable, really. But anyway, so yeah, no seven-figure deal. That's not true, but it is true that they've had conversations. Now, the question I have for everybody, I guess, is did you guys know that he didn't have a WWE contract? Did you know that he was talking to TNA? Or was I the only one that, didn't hear about that? Joling says he didn't know he was off contract either. Strife says, really? Braun versus Muth. Listen, Braun would squash Moose. They could probably make a pretty good match out of that, though. I mean, it wouldn't be the most stellar match of all time or anything, but that is two powerhouses going at it over the world title. You know what I mean? So that'd be fun. Joling says, I think Cody versus Roman match will be the highlight, especially since Seth Rollins will be involved. Yeah. See, I do want to see that match. I'm just not convinced that Cody's finishing his story at WrestleMania. I'm not convinced. It could happen. It definitely could happen. Is it going to, however? That's the part I don't know. Does Cody Rhodes' story have to be finished at WrestleMania? The answer is no, it doesn't. It just has to be finished. Really, it has very little to do with WrestleMania. It has all to do with that WWE Championship. We're 200 days from Roman Reigns dethroning Hulk Hogan and beating his all-time record on the longest championship reigns list. You know? Like I said earlier, even Kevin Nash said they could easily find a way to continue that story right through till September. Make Cody's win even bigger. Yes, it's WrestleMania 40. It's supposed to be the biggest WrestleMania of all time. It's already kind of been plagued. A lot of matches that could have happened won't. Matches that should happen probably won't either. We do have Cody versus Roman Reigns. We almost had The Rock versus Reigns. Cody now facing Reigns. But that's the other thing. The Rock just came back. You know? Got involved. Now the tune has changed. Right, he turned heel. He slapped Cody Rhodes. He took Roman Reigns' side. You know, after the build of the family bonding together for the sake of the bloodline, do they just turn around and have Reigns lose at WrestleMania? I don't know. There's more questions than answers right now. There's definitely a lot of scenarios and possibilities that can play themselves out. But I don't know. I definitely want to see Rhodes finally get that title, though. Even if it's not at WrestleMania, I'm not one of those people that care. I think it's great that he won the Royal Rumble twice. I think it's great that he's headlining WrestleMania 2 years in a row. Does he need to win that title at WrestleMania? No. Would it be cool? Hell yes. Is it going to happen? I don't know. I just don't know.
I think it will be Roman Reigns.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends, really. Like I said, I'm not convinced that they don't want to erase Hogan. Technically speaking, not erasing him, but dethroning him. Making Roman Reigns the longest reigning champion in the modern era. Hogan, of course, a big Vince McMahon guy. Always was. He was the guy, right? So I don't know. Like I said, I'd like to see Rhodes win it. I'm just not convinced he's going to. Just not convinced. But I don't know. Joe Link says, yeah, I'm in the running for channel redemption. I'm 38 away. Actually, that rule's been changed, Joe. I did post it on Discord, and I did talk about it earlier tonight, but you weren't here yet. You have to come within 10 points now to make it just a little more challenging. I think it was maybe a few days ago I might have changed that rule. Maybe a week, I don't know. A few days to a week ago. I just read that Alice is starting off strong. It doesn't look like Alice is in there any longer. I think Alice has been eliminated. Oh, look at this! The champion just about got eliminated.
There she goes. Carmella has been eliminated.
Wait a minute, is that even the champion? Is that? I think that's Kairi Sane. Champion's gone. Oh no, there she is. I couldn't even see my wife. Good thing she's sleeping. So Melissa Archer's still in there. Champ is still in it to win it. But we're down to Ashley Black, Kairi Sane, Shayna Baszler, Svetlana Vedrozka from the Outlaws, and the champion, again, still in it to win it. So technically speaking, there's definitely a good chance that Melissa Archer could walk out of here still reigning defending champion. Man, these guys are not pulling any punches. Oh, over the top rope goes Vedrozka, eliminated by the champion. Now working on Kairi Sane. And now Shayna Baszler. I think Ashley Black was just going to kick Shayna Baszler right over the top rope, but she missed. Didn't get the opportunity. Damn. Oh, tornado kick right to the face. Baszler might be out cold. Maybe not. She's not exactly getting up too quickly, though. That did not look like it felt very good. I think Boss is re-entering.
Picking up speed.
Welcome back, boss.
I think this coming up elimination chamber looks
You forgot to hit your mute button when you left. But anyways, DDT to Shayna Baszler. Baszler's taking a beating. Is Archer going to pull this thing off?
Looks like an elimination is underway.
Could not eliminate Ashley Black. So, boss, did you know that Braun Strowman has been in talks with TNA Wrestling?
well, my pickles are
Oh. Maybe he's not fully back yet. Sorry, what?
I thought he was trying to go back to
Oh, and that's what we all thought. Joe didn't know, Strife didn't know, I most certainly didn't know. I opened up the dirt sheets today, and the first thing I saw was Braun Strowman in talks with TNA Wrestling. I was like, what? Wait, when did he...
I think he'd do better at TNA. I think he'd do better. I think he would do better over there.
Well, I mean, obviously, you would have a showdown between him and Moose at some point. How could you not? Right?
I think once he go over there and do good, and be a thing and do good over there, he probably come back to WWE and have a big one like they all do.
Well, yeah, because Braun Strowman, for me, like, he's always been one of those guys I saw potential in, but they always drop the ball with him. You know, he should have been, a long time ago, he should have been booked and billed as an unstoppable monster. Wow, we're down to Shayna Baszler and the champion. It is Melissa Archer versus a member of the Bullies. Oh, look at this. Oh! Power bombed her over the top rope. That is it. That is all. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and your new TAW Battle Royal Champion representing the Bullies, Shayna Baszler, picking up the big W and going home with the gold. Congratulations to Baszler. That is a big win for the Bullies. For the most part, they have been wrestling in the tag team division, although Ronda Rousey has been a singles champion. Shayna Baszler now, for the first time ever, a singles champion. Battle Royal champion is Shayna Baszler.
Nice hand job.
Mrs. Archer has been dethroned.
Your numbers are 2, 4, 7. Good luck, DLII. There are some amazing and fun channel rewards.
All right, here we go. On to the next match of the evening. And I'm going to dive back into the dirt sheets here in just a few moments. But here we go. Next match tonight is a trip to the men's Battle Royal division. And look at these villains. We got the reigning, defending Battle Royal champion, Braun Strowman. We were just talking about Braun. He's putting his title on the line against Andre Simmons, Yokozuna, Cletus, Dirty Sanchez, Humboldt's the Arcane, the Phenom Joe Lincoln. Last but not least, even though he quite obviously has not necessarily been himself lately, Mr. Perfect in action tonight as he looks to be one of the 7 villains to dethrone the monster amongst men, Braun Strowman. What do you think, guys? Does Braun reign as champion? Does he defend? Or are we going to see a new champion in the men's division here tonight, too? We already saw the women's Battle Royal Championship change hands. Do we see the men's change hands now? What do you think? Luke, what do you think?
I say the champion.
Sorry, you say what?
I say a new champion.
You say a new champion? Okay.
Skipping the rest.
You got a new champion,
You think a new champion, too? Jack, what do you think?
Yeah.
Hey there. B.
I think a new champion, too. And I got to tell you, for me, it comes down to either Mr. Perfect or Yokozuna to take this thing. I think that's one of my two choices. What about you, Jack? See, you know what our problem is? We don't have any zombies in the Battle Royal matchup. Or he'd be paying full attention. He'd be trying to shoot them too. Alright, while we're waiting for Jack to respond, let's move on. It is time to turn and burn. Battle Royal Championship on the line. Braun Strowman, he is going to either reign as champion or he's going home empty-handed. Either way, we're going to find out right now. Let's rock and roll. All right. Okay, so before we dive back into the dirt sheets, and while these guys are making their way to the ring for the Battle Royal Championship matchup, I'm going to visit the facilities and grab myself a beverage. So I will be right back. If you guys want to tell some jokes, I will read them live when I come back. If you want to ask Luke the Gooner some questions, ask away. Give him a tree of knowledge or rotten fruit. A joke time. I mean, he's sitting here for the masses to question. Fill his ear. But either way, I won't be long. I shall BRB.
Tonight the night the title changes hands. He's told anyone who will listen that he always has been the uncrowned champion of this division. Now he can make it a reality.
Variants of Strife looks like we won't be getting that betting line. Luke the Gooner 9-4.
Oh,
And from Birmingham, Alabama, weighing in at 420 pounds, Clarence Cox.
This is a big-time opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the line
Virgil
here.
grumbles
Michael,
loudly.
and judging from the response on social media heading into this match,
There is
we're
no
likely to
betting
see
lines
a
until
new
the
champ
championship
crowned
rounds
here
this
tonight.
ISNTA special event or SPV, emoji winking face.
He's got a good chance of becoming the new champion tonight, and the WWE Universe is buzzing about it.
Virgil vanishes in a puff.
Joseph.
Honeybee Gammers Hay. Woo. Go Henry. Want to win a channel redemption reward or a championship matchup opportunity? Test your luck with our jackpot, remember for a chance to. Do you like chat? Do you believe in Joe Henry? Go traverse what even with the redeem. The other day my wife asked me to pass her the lipstick, so I passed her the blue stick and she still isn't taken to me. Do you listen to the broadcast? Archer already responded to the blog. Emoji face with tears of joy. Humboldt.
6'4", over 550 pounds. And from the land of the rising sun, weighing in at 558 pounds, Yokozuna!
Yokozuna is a multiple-time WWE champion. In 1993, the winner of the Royal Rumble match. You would be hard-pressed to find anyone as truly unstoppable as Yokozuna.
As real, though Traverse I was told to pass the message. Any match with them are perfect, is a special event.
Ready to flatten the opposition tonight. And has one word for anyone in the locker room. Banzai! Representing Evolution from Ann Arbor, Michigan, weighing in at 226 pounds, the Phenom, Joe Lincoln.
Here we go, gentlemen. Huge title match coming up, and a huge opportunity for the champ to prove to everyone that there truly is none better in all of WWE right now.
To see a complete list of champions from each respective brand, simply visit our TWA Discord and look under either TWA, TAW, Junior or Foreign.
lot of pressure on this superstar. Tonight's where he needs to prove that he's championship material.
My son walked in on me and my wife wrestling. We just called it because he can't say jiu-jitsu.
And from Shreveport, Louisiana, weighing in at 265 pounds, Andre Simmons.
This is a big-time opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the line here. You're right, Michael, and judging from the response on social media heading into this match, we're likely to see a new
Take a
champ
gamble
crowned
at beating
here
the
tonight.
TWA gods at poker by typing poker into the chat. You can play twice in your attempt to defeat the gods, Acha. Poker. Joe Link, your cards have been dealt. Here are your cards: 9, 0, 5, 5, 5. Good luck beating the TWA gods. They almost never lose at poker, Joel.
He's been waiting a very long time
If
for
you're
this
on
title
Twitter, you
opportunity.
can
I hope
follow
he's
the
ready.
Ultraverse there as well. URL. I got 3 of a kind of 3-5s with an ace high. You got a joke, Luke the Gooner 9-4. You are following the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none period. Welcome to the World's Den, Archer 9-3 half.
From Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing in at 241 pounds, Mr. Perfect 10, Kurt Hennig.
Here we go, gentlemen. Huge title match coming up. And a huge opportunity for the champ to prove to everyone that there truly is none
Oh, you
better
look
in all
different.
of WWE right now.
It is Nick Nani. Oh wait, it is Kurt Hennig. Everyone hears a loud, deep, booming voice ring through their heads. Virgil, hail to your king.
The challenger about to compete in a career-altering championship match. He is ready.
I have returned. All right, what have I missed? I'll check out the chat before I hit the dirt sheets. Luke, did you tell a joke? You got hit with a joke time. How dare you? Not paying attention. Again. Ghastly, sir. Come on, you got to do better than that. The masses are waiting for a joke from Luke the Gooner 94. All right, let's see if anybody told any jokes. It's Nick Nemeth. Oh wait, it's Kurt Hennig, says Joe Link. You are following. Who's following? We got a new follower. Who's the new follower? I don't see anybody following. I'm looking. Did anybody see somebody follow? Was it an anonymous follow? How dare they? Alright, Joe Link says, the other day my wife asked me to pass her the lipstick. So I passed her the glue stick, and she still isn't talking to me. Very nice, Joe Link. We appreciate your humor. Froggy says, do you listen to the broadcast? Archer already responded. What? What did I respond to? All right, I go back and look. I'm missing something. Do you read the chat? I mean, I'm illiterate. Are you making fun of me? Mocking? Poking the bear? How dare you? Do you believe in Joe Hendry? Froggy's right. I already answered that question many moons ago. In a galaxy far, far away. A galaxy that happens to be run probably by the Wolfpack Horsemen. We believe in Joe Link. All right, let's see if there's any other jokes going on in here. Was it just the one joke? Oh, no, here's another one here. My son walked in on me and my wife wrestling. We just called it that because he can't say jiu-jitsu. Oh. That wasn't dirty enough. You should be ashamed of yourself, sir. We need a redo. You need a redo on that one. That one was just kind of, you know what I mean? Just wasn't quite there. All right, so who did everybody choose for this matchup? Is Braun Strowman retaining, or are we going to see a new champion for the second time in a row in the Battle Royal division? We saw a new champion in the women's division, Shayna Baszler. Member of the Bullies, now the Battle Royal champion in the women's division. Didn't see you followed, no, neither did I. It just says you're following the very best in fantasy wrestling actions, bar none, period. Welcome to the Wolves Den, but it doesn't say who. Maybe they followed and then unfollowed. I don't know. It's an anonymous follower. A ghost. An apparition. A poltergeist. It is crazy. But let's face it, everything around here is crazy. Poltergeist, yes. That is exactly what we are going to dub it. Whatever joke you want to tell us. It could be, why did the chicken cross the road? It could be, why did the frog cross the road? I mean, we don't care. Froggy probably cares. Brings you bad memories of, Frogger getting run over by cars. But whatever you want to tell us, as long as it is funny. Otherwise, you don't want to be booed out of the building. You don't want to be Rocky. You don't want to have the Gooner sucks chants going on in the arena. You want to hear, So you got to work on yourself.
How dare you?
How dare you, sir? How dare Froggy?
Fuck you, you Canadian.
Fuck you, you Canadian. My feeling is hurt. No, but any joke you want to tell us. Do you have a favorite joke? I mean, Glenola likes to tell Johnny jokes, right? That's why we have the Johnny joke redemption. But if you any joke you want to tell us, doesn't matter. It's not funny, Luke.
On a whole for one match,
I believe that Glenn, deep down inside, in his cold, dark soul, he's actually a CM Punk fan. I believe that.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting in my t-shirt.
And by the way, Honeybee Gamers, welcome into the Queen. And oh, by the way, I was scrolling back and I read your question. No, I changed quite a while ago, actually. I changed the redemption so it specified tournament, special event, or SPV. That way our regular shows just stick to the championship rounds for the betting lines. The other thing that changed recently, you may or may not have read it in Discord, was when you're playing the jackpot, you have to come within 10 rather than 50 to win it, but to be eligible.
Test your luck with our jackpot. Remember for a chance to.
Your first this year, I'm going to be relatively hardcore trying to.
Speaking of Glenola, Glenola is in the house. Welcome into the great Glenola. What is new and exciting, Glenn? Are you at work? Or are you off right now? What's going on there? Are you on a break? Why did the chicken cross the road? Because he wanted to get fucked. That is Luke's joke. He didn't even give anybody a chance to guess the answer to the joke. He just flat out told us the joke and then gave us the punchline all at once.
Glenn banned me for a match, so I need to leave the mind.
Glenn banned you from a match? I missed that. Hold on, I'm looking. Oh, he did too. Right off the hop. Did he even say anything first? He did not. He just waltzed in and banned your ass. You just got home? Nice. How was work? Good evening, hopefully. 844 unlucky. 607 also unlucky. I haven't played myself tonight. 008. That is ghastly. I am way off. You had a decent night? Was it busy? Was it a busy evening or no? Easy going? Alright, so we're going to jump back into the dirt sheets here, see what else is going on. Looks like Brock Lesnar made his first public sighting, his first public appearance amid the Vince McMahon allegations. So this is from ringsidenews.com, and it was published by Subhajit Mukherjee. So Brock Lesnar has been absent from WWE television since the SummerSlam Premium Live event where he faced off against Cody Rhodes. His return appears unlikely at the moment, potentially connected to his involvement in Vince McMahon's trafficking lawsuit. Wow, Braun Strowman's been eliminated. We are guaranteed a new champion. Mr. Perfect has been eliminated. We are down to 5 already. We've got Cletus, the Phenom Joe Lincoln, Humboldt the Arcane, Yokozuna, and Andre Simmons, who still has no theme music apparently. I don't know if he has something against the entrance music or what the deal is, but the man just waltzes out with a chip on his shoulder. It's very lackluster, I think, as far as entrances go. So anyways, it might have been connected to the lawsuit. While he remains absent from WWE television, Lesnar was finally spotted for the first time recently. Initially, there was plans for Brock Lesnar's participation in the Royal Rumble. However, due to his involvement in the legal issues surrounding Vince McMahon's trafficking lawsuit, those plans were altered. As previously mentioned, the Beast Incarnate has been recently excluded from the WWE game. Moreover, he has also been removed from the WWE creative plans for the facility. Wow, it is down to Humboldt the Arcane and Cletus here, guys. We're down to 2 and guaranteed a new champion because Braun Strowman was already eliminated.
Very lackluster.
And Cletus taking it to... Oh, my God. Suplex pile driver by Cletus. Humboldt's in trouble here. Big ripcord knee to the gut. Cletus is a big man. That's kind of like getting a tree trunk right in the sternum. But anyways, he's also been removed from creative plans for the foreseeable future. The Beast Incarnate was recently spotted with his daughter Maya after her win in the women's shot put, where she put up a throw of 19.07 meters. Lesnar could be seen hugging his daughter in the photo. Brock Lesnar has also been removed from WWE's open video package. The future of the Beast Incarnate's return remains uncertain as the current outlook appears unfavorable. Of course, we'll have to wait and see whether Lesnar will be removed from WWE history entirely or not. What do you guys think? Do you think Brock will eventually be back, or do you think Brock is done? What are your thoughts there? You think his Royal Rumble spot was Pat McAfee? Yeah, I think so too. You have a 3 of a kind? I missed that. What was your hand? What did you get? Very lackluster. You mean Elijah Archer match? No, I did not mean an Elijah Archer match, sir. Wow, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. That is all. The winner of the Battle Royal matchup and your new TAW Battle Royal champion from Team Variants of Strife. It is Humboldt's, the Arcane, picking up the big W and going home with the gold. Congratulations, Humboldt's. It is bedtime for Luke the Gooner. Yeah, I guess. What time is it here? It is just about midnight, so it is just about 5 a.m. for you. Is that correct?
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
Just about 5 a.m. All right, well, Luke, have a great night. Thanks for being here, as always. And we'll talk to you later. You have to watch the VOD for the remainder of the show. Mickie James is not fighting tonight, no. She is not. But here we go. Next match of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is for the Women's Junior Tag Team Championship. We've got the Wolfpack Gals, Tia Stevens, and, of course, the Viking Rose Brewer, her partner in crime, winning a superstar of all time in TWA history, taking on Katana Chance and Kaden Carter. This is going to be a barn brawler. What do you guys think? Who takes the Junior Tag Team Championships home? Again, it is Tornado Tag Team action. Both teams in the ring at the same time. One fall wins it all. Somebody's taking home the Junior Tag Team Championship, and who's it going to be? We are one round away from the championship rounds. You guys will be able to earn some Archerverse bucks starting with the next matchup. But what do you guys think? Who takes this match? You think the Wolfpack Gals take it?
Night Boss.
Froggy says, night, Boss. I didn't even know Boss was leaving. I knew that Luke was leaving. I did not know that Boss was going to bed as well. I'm just jumping back in the chat to see if I missed anything. I don't see anything from Boss. I didn't hear anything from Boss. Are you making shit up?
Gals have this, but I will pick the underdogs, Katana and Kaiden.
Froggy, are you making shit up? Infinite Oni invading the compound with 3 villains. Oni. What's going on, my friend? What's new and exciting? How was your stream? Tell us what happened. Thank you for the shout out for Infinite Oni. Appreciate that. What's going on, Oni? How was the rest of your stream? What happened? Tell us about it.
To see a complete list of champions.
In the meantime, here we go. It is time to rock and roll. Junior Tag Team Championship on the line. It is Kaden Carter and Katana Chance taking on Tia Stevens and Rose Brewer. The Wolfpack Gals looking to become Tag Team Champions in the near future. This is a great way to get it going. Junior Tag Team titles, but can they beat Katana Chance and Kaden Carter? We're going to find out right now.
then some dark matches, and then fall out again.
Time to turn and burn. All right. Oni says it was all right. It was just casual, played some Fallout, then some dark matches, and then Fallout again. And some dark matches. What dark matches did you have? NPW with some dark matches. What went down in the dark matches? Sarah says no, Braun needs discipline. Fortis always helps. Just don't ask the Dark Guardians about him. I mean, I don't want to talk to Dark Guardians at all. At all. I assume that's a lot like talking to Glenalians. I try to avoid that at all costs. But anyways, yeah, Oni. What happened with dark matches? What matches do you have? I knew you were playing some Fallout. I did not see you switch it up. So I have no idea what happened there. I don't really remember. I know Matthew Ultraviolet fought Ethan Mercedes. Now that's a hell of a matchup. Tag team partners going to battle. Bailey Harper fought Svetlana Vedrozka. That's a great match. Who won that match? Did Harper win? Or did Svetlana do her thing? Harper won? Nice. And what happened with Ultraviolet and Mercedes? That's a hell of a match. Aria versus B. Jackson. That is sensational. Mercedes won. Wow. And did Aria beat B. Jackson? Glenalians come in peace. Glenalians are they are not. They're deceitful. They are devilish. They are fiendish in nature. Vile little creatures are Glenalians. Aria did beat B. Jackson. Wow. Very cool. B. Jackson actually won a match here tonight. Came out with actually the Megastars, Carmella and Becky Lynch. Faced Julia Jackson. They've had quite the rivalry going on. But tonight, B. Jackson one-upped Julia Jackson. Santa Claus beat old Johnny Rainbow. Santa Claus. Christmas in February, ladies and gentlemen. Santa Claus came to town and walked all up and down that rainbow.
I still had him from my Christmas pay-per-view.
You still had him from the Christmas pay-per-view? Nice. Well, I guess it's nice to see Santa more than once a year. Tonight, NPW, special guest Santa Claus. And Santa Claus whooped that ass tonight. Beat Johnny Rainbow. Very interesting. How did the Fallout go? What happened there? Anything exciting?
She's still got a lot of stamina left.
All right.
It was all right. Nothing real.
We all know that The Rock confirmed the heel turn. We don't need to really read about that.
She's forced onto the defensive now.
Looks like Dustin Rhodes revealed a timeline for in-ring retirement. Let's see what that's about. It's from ringsidenews.com, another Subajit Mukherjee post. So Dustin Rhodes is considered a proper veteran in professional wrestling after wrestling in the business for many decades now. He is nearing his retirement and has unveiled the timeline for his in-ring retirement. So Sting is poised for a grand send-off at AEW Revolution, where he will wrestle his last match. His tenure in AEW has rejuvenated his career, delivering performances that fans might not have anticipated after his retirement in 2016 due to a neck injury. Dustin Rhodes, who came up in the business alongside Sting, continues to wrestle semi-regularly on AEW TV. At 54, he acknowledges he's closer to the end of his career than the beginning, but expresses that he still has a couple more years left in him. While speaking to Sports Guy Talk Wrestling, Dustin Rhodes talked about retirement and revealed that he plans on wrestling for 2 to 4 more years. So he said, and this is a quote, "The older I get, the harder it gets. The thing about me is my work ethic. I work hard every time that red light is on. I try to do my very best. So far, being here for the 5 years that I have, in my 50s, I'm doing amazing. I've not had one bad match. It's been pretty cool to think back of all the good matches I've had in AEW. I've wrestled everybody. It's unbelievable. Retirement has been on my mind. Last year, I said I got 1 year left, and I'm going past that. I don't want to say that again because you never say never, right? I see myself 2 to 4 more years, if my legs allow me to. If Tony Khan is gracious enough to keep me around and keep me on television, that's great. Whatever I can do to help, I love producing too, so that's also what I can fall back on. There are a lot of good things going on there. I have a lot. I take it one day at a time and one show at a time. Whatever Tony gives me, I go out there and I'm going to blow it out of the park and have some fun while I'm doing it. I'll be sore for a week and a half after, but he loves doing it. Dustin remains active in the ring with his most recent match taking place on January 17th episode of AEW Dynamite against Christian Cage. And of course we'll have to wait and see whether the Natural will end up retiring within the next 4 years or if he'll continue to wrestle past that. What do you guys think? Do you guys like Dustin Rhodes, a.k.a. Goldust, a.k.a. Black Rain? What do you guys think about that situation? Do you think it's time for him to hang up his boots? Or do you think Dustin Rhodes has lots left in him?
The home of TWA's development system, where we allow fans up and coming super. Trip Deuces.
What are your thoughts there on Dustin Rhodes? Strife says Joe has trip 5. Glenola got deuces. Nice. Yeah, I did ask. I'm just going to go back and look. I did ask Joe what his hand was. I don't know if he answered or not. I don't think he did. Oh, yes, he did. He got 3 5s, ace high. 3 of a kind ace high for Joe Lincoln. Or, well, actually for Joe Link. All right, let's see here. Oh, and he said it's all right, nothing really. Mainly, I was coming back from a week break. Being away for a week. Yeah, I did notice you hadn't been live. Mainly, I already read that. I'm going to make some food. Be back later. Sounds good, Oni? What kind of food? I want to know what he's going to have now. I've got the munchies myself a little bit. The Dark Guardians are a mercenary group. They used to hire Fortis for his healing.
Always like Goldie. He was great at doing serious and comedy.
Pair of ones from Strife. 2, 8, 5, 10, 4. That's terrible, Glenola. That is a terrible hand right there. Pair of 2s, 10 high. Joe Link says, I like Dustin. I think he still does very well in the ring for his age. Glenola says Dustin is amazing. I agree with both of you. You got 4 8s? Wow, Glenola got 4 8s, 10 high. Now that's a hand. Who got 4 kings? Did somebody get 4 kings? I mean, you'd have to get a 0 to have a king, but at that point, why wouldn't you just make it 4 aces, right?
She slips outside. What has she got in mind?
That's supposed to say 4 of a kind, yeah?
It is supposed to be kind. That was almost a damn 1-0 contract.
Rose Brewer with a pin going on here. Yo! That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winners of the match and your new Women's Junior Tag Team Champions from Team Tatiana Pierce and Team Distinct Cone. They are the Wolfpack Gals, the Viking, Rose Brewer and Tia Stevens. Congratulations to the Wolfpack Gals. And, of course, Team Glenola and the Wolfpack Gals are now Junior Tag Team Champions and hold the right to fight either Tag Team Champions of their choosing, either TAW World Tag Team Champions or the TWA World Tag Team Champions. Of course, they've been multiple Tag Team Champions in the past, as well as holding singles gold. They have done it all as a faction. Well, not at all. Not at all. To be fair, B. Jackson and January were the only team to ever achieve holding every single championship in both TAW and TWA. B. Jackson became a Grand Slam champion. January became a sextuplet champion, and still to this day is the only superstar to ever achieve that. Nobody else has held 6 champions at one time. January stands in a class of her own in that regard. Frank says, good, Rose still got it. She did. The Wolfpack Gals, Junior Tag Team Champions. Is there any belt Jackson hasn't had? She hasn't had the Battle Royal Championship yet. But other than that, she's held all of the gold. And at one time, like I said, January and B. Jackson held all of the gold, period, in both TWA and TAW. Of course, back then it was YTD Academy. Just the newest one, yeah. The Battle Royal Championship is the only championship she has not held. All right, here we go. It is time for the championship rounds. Let's go. Next match of the evening is an 8-man tag team elimination matchup for the TAW World Tag Team Championships. We have Giovanni Vinci and Gunther Imperium. The Hart Foundation, the Iceman Christian Hart and Bret the Hitman Hart. We have the former champions, Mitchell Vaughn and Mnemonics Weapons of Mass Destruction. And, of course, the reigning, defending TAW World Tag Team Champions. It is the one Elijah Archer and Jason Ironman. They are the Coalition. Their titles are up for grabs. What do you guys think? Who's walking out Tag Team Champions here? I'm going to open a betting line right now. Give me a second while I do that. Here we go. All right. Who walks out TAW Tag Team Champions? Is it going to be the Coalition? Are they going to defend those titles? Is it going to be the Hart Foundation? Is it going to be Weapons of Mass Destruction? Or, last but not least, Gunther and Giovanni Vinci, is it going to be Imperium? Betting lines are going to be open here in just a moment. You'll have 10 minutes to make your bets as always. And there you go, guys. Betting lines are open. You are good to go. Bet your houses, your cars, your wives. Take a stand, pick a side. Who's it going to be? Which tag team is leaving with the World Tag Team straps? We're going to find out right now. It is time to turn and burn. All right, now while these tag teams make their way to the ring, I'm just going to run to the facilities real quick. I will be right back. Drank maybe just a wee bit too much water. Well, I'm gone. If you want to just tell some more jokes, I'll read those live when I get back. If you just want to watch the entrances and watch a bunch of men walk out in their tights, I mean, that is up to you. It is up to you. By the way, I'll be right back. BRB.
Here we go, gentlemen. Huge title match coming up, and a huge opportunity for the champ to prove to everyone that there truly is none better in all of WWE right now.
I think Elijah Archer is the only male to have held every title in TWA except the new Battle Royal title.
The WWE Universe on their feet.
That throw is perfectly behind Fat Lad. Yeah, it is.
This is a big-time opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the line here. You're right, Michael, and judging from the response on social media heading into this match, we're likely to see a new champ crowned here tonight.
Check out the latest craze in TWA merch. Purchase your coffee cup, tea or ball pack right now. URL.
And here they come.
The TWA shirts are real comfy, for your information.
Huge title match coming up, and a huge opportunity for the champ to prove to everyone that there truly is none better in all of WWE right now.
Sized a little small, glad I went up to XXL. But comfy fabric life. Want to win a channel redemption reward or a championship matchup opportunity? Test your luck with our jackpot, remember for a chance to. At least it is comfy. Very.
The bell rings on this elimination tag team match. This will go a long way in claiming your position on the top of the tag team division.
Perfect opportunity for a tag team.
This is not going to look pretty. Submission being applied.
Someone bet one out your back on Coalition LOL.
Shot right to the face.
LOL.
Just a dominant display.
Big power slam. For this fighting offense we just witnessed there.
Kidneys. Reversal. Popped right in the face. Clothesline.
That was a hell of a DDT there. That's gotta be it.
Almost inhuman at this point.
Corey, what can a superstar do if they find themselves playing defense in this match? You gotta find a way.
We got him covered.
They kick out at only one.
I have returned. Let's see what I've missed. What's going on in the chat room? What are you villains up to in there? Let's see here. The Crow is perfectly behind Fat Lad. Why was there a crow in the building? Why is a crow behind Fat Lad? Glenola thanks the Hart Foundation. B. Jackson, January, Amber Extreme, and now I believe are the only ones to hold every title in the division before the Battle Royal Champ. Yeah, that's correct. That is correct, Joe Link. I don't think Ironman can carry Archer through this match. How dare you, sir? We do not appreciate such things being stated. Archer takes offense to that, you know. The TWA shirts are real comfy. Did you buy one, Froggy? Size a little small. Glad I went up. Oh, you did. You went up to a triple XL. Goddamn. Comfy fabric. That's good to hear. That is good to hear. Someone bet one Archer vs. Buck on the Coalition. Was that? That was probably Glenola. That was probably Glenola. You posted a pic too? I'm going to go look. Where did you post it? The last thing I see is Mickie James holding up the TNA, actually it was the Impact Knockouts title, holding her son in the middle of the ring. And of course, Ludwig Kaiser and Tiffany Stratton, that still blows my mind. That still blows my mind, you know, like... Tiffany Stratton and Ludwig Kaiser. Who would have thought? Do you think the Wolfman worries about what Archer takes offense? No, he probably does not know. That's fair. That is fair.
He's going for it all.
Speaking of which, Glenola, what do you think of the Wolfpack Gals' big win tonight? Looking to make a comeback in the tag team division, they are. Tagged you in a reply to the pick. Okay, hold on. Oh, nice. Looking sexy as hell, Froggy Moth legs. We got to get a new one, though, that has TAW. We also have a brand new Wrestle Wars Genesis logo, but I'm not going to be unveiling that until the Archiverse 5.0. The new season will see a new logo for Wrestle Wars Genesis, and it is sexy. However, later on, I am going to be unveiling the logo. Again, credit to Joe Link. Thank you as always, Joe Link. Absolutely phenomenal work, as always, when it comes to logos for TWA or TAW. We appreciate that. But I'm going to be unveiling the logo for our next big SPV for 2024. Again, the name of the stream preview is going to be Steel City, TWA Steel City. Every match on the card is going to be a chamber match or a steel cage match. Could be a lockdown match, could be a Hell in a Cell match, could be 15 minutes in Iron Hell. Either way, it's going to be inside 4 or more sides of steel all night long. Joe's graphic work is legit. It is absolutely legit. Where do pirates buy hooks? The second hand store. Oh my God. That definitely deserves a round of applause. All right. I don't know. Let's see what else is happening. I have a question, Archer. How can you have you? Oh! We are crashing. Now let's see if it lets